Good afternoon. Welcome to Afternoon Chat. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. The chat is up and running. How's everybody doing today? I'm staying out of trouble. As best I can, anyways. So, what's going on? What do you guys want to talk about today? Afternoon Chat does not have a set topic. The people in the chat determine what we talk about. The show's not scripted. It's also not sponsored. I'm not trying to sell you anything. Free show where the people in the chat are the actual stars of the show, or guest stars, however you want to phrase it, but it's you guys, not me. Okay. If nobody chats, I have a tendency to ramble on, but I'd much rather hear from you guys. Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The only real rules are please follow the community guidelines established by YouTube. We don't want to piss them off. Okay. I'm not coming out with a line of merch. I'm not running for political office. Not trying to control, manipulate, or use you in any way, shape, or form. I'm trying to give you a platform so you can speak your mind. That's what this show is all about, is the people in the chat. I'm in Michigan. It's miserable outside. It's cold. There's snow, ice. It's nasty. I went out this morning, had a nice family breakfast. Then I hit the grocery store, came home, and I probably won't leave the house for another week. It's winter. And unless you're going outside to play, okay, when you don't have to go out for a job, when you're not running kids around, when, you stay indoors, you stay warm. Look, no long johns. It's nasty out there. The winds are howling. You'll probably hear the chimes. My microphone picks everything up. I got wind chimes out front of the apartment, and they go off when that wind kicks up. So what are you guys up to today? Lions made some roster moves, so I'm excited about that. I think they're actually planning to field a team on Sunday. It'll be a good thing. In my opinion, the Lions need to win out in order to guarantee they'll be in the playoffs. If they lose a single game, it becomes iffy. In my opinion. That's all I can offer you is my opinion, okay? One guy sitting on his couch, okay? That's all you get. It's the only perspective I have. So what's going on? Breakfast was good. Grocery store was adequate. I can't call it good. Whenever you check out at the grocery store and you can carry all your groceries in one hand, You weren't shopping. You were getting what you had, had to get essentials, right? I did get some produce. I'm making tacos this week. Not for you guys, just for me, okay? I cannot feed America. I wished I could. I would if I could, but I cannot. I don't feel guilty about it. I don't see Bezos feeding America either. Bezos. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just spitting and sputtering. Jump in the chat, straighten me out. Okay. That's why it's here. That's why I enable it every day for this live stream, is so you guys can talk. I can't put you on camera, but I can post your chat. Well, I'd have liability issues putting you on camera. I can control what I say most of the time. I can't control you guys. You can say whatever you want. Just because you print it don't mean I got to read it, right? If you want to be able to chat on the show, I know most of the people watch us on TV. If you want to be able to chat, just grab your phone. Go to youtube.com, download the Discord app, and you can chat away every day. It's free. I know you're just so confused because you're not used to someone coming to me not trying to sell you something, not chasing your wallet. Sorry, I'm just not interested. You guys keep your money, I'll keep mine. We can get along. Yeah, if you guys don't chat and take over the conversation, we're stuck with whatever I want to talk about. And I did watch some news this morning. I'm giving you fair warning. You best jump in the chat and control me. Football game last night was crazy. It's like Tom Grassi said, that game was on all the drugs. Okay. I saw one play with 3 turnovers in one play. That's just bizarre. I think there were a total of 8 in the entire game. That's just wacko. It was entertaining. I'll say that. You didn't want to miss a minute of it because you didn't know what was going to happen. Yeah, Friday, I went out. What did I do on Friday? Oh, Friday, I had a beer. That's why Friday was a big day. I had a beer. I'm not a drinker anymore. I do smoke. That's your proof that I'm not AI. Okay. If I was AI, I'd be perfect, and I'm not even close. I don't even try to be perfect. I just try to be me. I like meeting people, and This channel's doing it for me. I'm meeting people from all over the world, 8 different countries now. I like it. It's kind of boring when you guys don't get in the chat, but the vids still get views, so evidently somebody likes me rambling. I don't know why. None of my ex-wives ever cared for it. Three ex-wives. Yeah. The only thing wrong with being married 10 times is paying for the first 9. Personal opinion. Okay. Getting divorced isn't expensive. Getting married is. Okay. In my opinion. That's all I can offer. Now, I watched the news this morning and I don't know. I really wish people would start getting along again. All this hatred crap is just driving me up a wall. You get nothing for hating your neighbor. There's no prize. There's no award. All it does is give you health issues, mental and physical. You're letting these people live in your brain rent free. I don't think it's wise. No, I don't think it's a valid use of my time to hate anyone. If there was a cash reward, I might, you never know. But there's no, you get nothing for it. We live in a civilized society. You can't even hit them in the mouth. So what's the point in hating them? You're better off to ignore them. Okay. Live and let live. Everybody's trying to micromanage your neighbor. They're trying to sit in judgment over him, saying, oh, look at the way he's doing that. Who cares? Why should I care how you're leading your life? What's in it for me? Okay. I get nothing out of it. Every time I turn on the news, I see people sticking their nose into other people's business. I think it's because our news is showing us all this crime and trying to scare us and telling us we got to hate one another. We don't. And what's the point in hating somebody? You get nothing out of it. Maybe an ulcer. Ignore the people you can't control. Why are you trying to control people in the first place? Oh, I don't like the way he drives his car. So? When he hits the tree or the light post, he's the one that's got to pay for it, not you. I saw poor driving this morning. Winter driving is not fun. All right. People that can't figure out what lane they're in, so they take up 2. You know. You can't let that stuff stress you out. He'll learn to drive eventually, or he'll just keep getting tickets until they take his license. You can't sweat it. Stay behind them so you don't get hit by them. That's all I can tell you. You just can't. You can't micromanage people. You can't tell them what choices to make. It doesn't work. Live and let live is the only way to go. It's the only way you're ever going to have any peace of mind. I just, I'm looking at this and I'm saying it's absurd. It's none of your business what other people are doing. It doesn't affect you. Even if it does affect you, the effect is minuscule. I know the news is telling you every other person out there is a bad guy. It's not true. They're not bad guys. Yeah, a guy can be having a bad day. You don't know what he's dealing with. You don't know what's on his plate. I go out in public. I see people. I say, "Good morning. How are you?" It's cursory, but it's adequate. It's all that's necessary is get along. Be tolerant. To me, it just seems like these people are just wasting their time stressing about stuff that they got no business stressing about. It's bad road conditions and there are a lot of bad drivers. So go home and park your car. Okay. If you're driving taxi, Uber, or Lyft or something like that, sorry, sucks to be you today. Get past it. You just got to be tolerant to other people. You can't control them. When you see them screw up and they make mistakes all the time, be thankful it's not you. Be thankful you're not screwing up this time. I mean, that's the way I look at it. I don't understand why people cannot be tolerant. Oh, that guy's a Republican. I can't talk to him. Why not? Who cares? Why does it matter to you how somebody else votes? That's your line in the sand. Oh, I can't associate with no one from the other political party. Really? That's your line in the sand? Sorry, it seems stupid to me. And I'm not trying to belittle you. I'm just trying to tell you that you're being petty. I don't care how you vote. It's your business, not mine. I don't care whether you vote or not. I don't care. It's not worth me getting upset about. What do I get? More than 50% of this nation, the United States I'm talking about, does not cast a ballot. They don't want to be involved with elections at all. It's not a priority to them. You and I, we make certain things a priority. It's not a priority to some people. You can't make it a priority for them. You can't force them to vote. You can't force them to pay attention. So why bother to try? Why waste your time? I know there's a lot of people that go and volunteer so that they can go out and urge people to get out and vote. That's fine. If that's how you choose to spend your time, it's your business. I'm not going to try to convince anybody to do anything they don't want to do. It's not my place. Live and let live. Stop trying to micromanage your neighbor's life. Leave him alone. Ignore him or her. You know what I'm saying? There are certain things in life that we cannot control. And picking and choosing for other people is one of those things. You can't. Oh, they want them all to go along and get along, but they want them to do it their way. That's absurd. Two guys go to paint a wall. One guy wants to start at the top and work his way down. Another guy wants to start at the bottom and work his way up. One of them is making a mistake. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Allow him to make a mistake. I'm not telling you which one is right and which one's wrong. You're missing the point. The point is, it's none of your business unless you're the guy painting the wall. And if you're the one doing the painting, do it any way you want to do it. Go from one side to the other. You don't have to go top to bottom or bottom to top. Make your own choices, but respect it when other people make their own choices. Stop trying to tell them how to run their life. I mean, this is personal opinion. Feel free to jump in the chat and disagree. If you can't control people, why try? You want to put yourself on a level playing ground with these politicians that are telling us lies? I don't think you need that moniker. I don't think you need to be called a liar. If your TV is telling you to hate other people, that's a problem. You probably need to change the channel. Okay. Those other people they're telling you to hate, they're your neighbors. You don't need to hate your neighbors. You need to get along with your neighbors because you can't force them to move. So you have to learn to get along. Become more tolerant. This nation used to be tolerant. You cannot pick and choose for people. Try doing it with your kids. Try telling your kid who they can date and who they can't date. Not going to work. Kid's going to date whoever they damn well please, regardless of what you say. You cannot run everyone's life. You cannot make everyone a carbon copy of you. You cannot force them to make the same choices you've made. It doesn't work. I look at the news and I see some Karen trying to tell somebody where to park his car. Leave the guy alone. What do you care if he gets $1,000 ticket for parking in a handicapped spot? Go to the next spot. Worry about where you're parking your car. Don't worry about policing other people. It's not your job. The policeman will do that. It is their job. You know, it's like, can you tell someone how to order their eggs in the morning for breakfast? No. Let them order their eggs any damn way they want to order their eggs. Leave them alone. Ignore them. You're not supposed to be sitting in judgment over your neighbors. If you do try it, what happens? You're training your neighbor. I'm judging you and telling you what to do. So that means that you can now judge me and tell me what. No, it don't work. Leave them people alone. Mind your own business. I don't know who said it first, but I really like it. If somebody asks you for help and you can teach them, you can aid them in some way, more power to you. But if they ain't asked for the help, let it go. Well, here in this HOA, we all mow our lawns north and south. That guy's trying to mow his east and west. Who the hell does he think he is? How about he's his own person? He'll make up his mind. You should just be thankful he's mowing his lawn at all. You got to lighten up on each other. They're telling you to hate this guy because he's different from you. So what if he's different? We're all different. We're all human beings. We have a lot in common. Don't get me wrong. We share blood types. We share, so many things because we're human beings. But at a certain point, we become individuals. We make our own choices. You can't force someone to go out and get a master's degree. If they want to, they'll figure out a way to get it done. If you want to, you'll figure out a way to get it done. But you don't need somebody standing over you that you don't know, barking orders at you, telling you that you must do it. It's none of his business what choices you make with your life. Everybody wants to tell everybody else what choices to make. I don't care if you're coming from a good place and you have superior knowledge and you can save him from making a costly mistake. I don't care. Leave the guy alone. Let him make his own choice. If he asks you for help in that decision, that's a different story. But if he ain't asked you for help, keep your opinion to yourself. I tell you what, when I go to work with a guy, we're doing the same jobs side by side, shoulder to shoulder. I don't care what religion he is. I don't care what race he is. I don't even care if he speaks English. As long as he's doing the job and he's getting that work done that I don't have to do, I'm going to accept him. Even if he drops a piece of lumber once in a while, even if he makes a mistake, he's allowed to make a mistake. Hopefully lives won't depend on it, but he's allowed to make a mistake. Leave the guy alone. Cut him some slack. At the end of that 8-hour shift, he's not coming home with me. He's not mine to take care of. He's not my responsibility. If he's not my responsibility, who am I to tell him what to do? You cannot control other people. I know the politicians try, the government tries, everybody tries, and it's a wasted effort. You're not going to listen. I'm not going to listen. We're going to do what we choose to do. The last thing if we're in the kitchen, we're going to make a pot of soup. The last thing we need is 17 different chefs telling us how to make it all at the same time. Make a pot of soup to the best of your ability. If nobody eats it, guess what? You might need some cooking lessons, but oh well. Leave people alone. Every time I get on the news, somebody's trying to force somebody to do something they don't want to do. You got no right to force anybody to do anything. If somebody wants your help, they will ask you. And they'll generally ask you nicely. Okay? If they need your input, they'll let you know. Stop trying to offer it. Stop trying to micromanage them. If a guy is cleaning up garbage, are you going to go up and tell him, oh, you got to separate the cans from biodegradable waste? Why can't you just be thankful he's picking up the garbage and you don't have to pick it up? Why don't you just let him do what he's going to do? It just seems so simple to me. But people just can't seem to get along with one another. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care what your race is. I don't care what your gender is. I don't care. You're not mine to care for. I'm not raising you. I raise my children. To my children, I voiced an opinion. I did my very best to teach them things as they were growing. That was my job. Your neighbor is not your child. Leave him alone. It's not your place to sit in judgment over him. You don't want him judging you. You go to the store and you park your car. You go into the store. If you parked in the wrong spot, you might have a ticket when you come out. But do you need somebody yakking at you? You can't park here. No, you don't. They need to mind their own business. Everybody needs to get along. If you're not going to get along with people, then you need to move 50 miles from your nearest neighbor. If you can't learn to get along with others, what are you doing living in the city? Move out into the country. If you can't peacefully coexist with other people, get away from other people. Okay? It's real basic. We live in society, and society has a set of rules that we must live under. No matter how angry you get, no matter how much you hate that guy, you can't walk up and punch him without going to jail. Society has drawn that line in the sand. You cannot cross it. If you break the law, there's consequences. Stop telling your neighbor how to live his life. Stop telling him how to pick and choose. Let him pick and choose for himself. We must be tolerant. Why must we be tolerant? So that we can get along. Why do we need to get along? Because when people get along, they collaborate, they work together. When the people work together, they build bigger and better things than they could have built by themselves. They become successful. When you get along with other people, everyone becomes successful. If you do not get along with other people, everything becomes a struggle. Everything becomes a confrontation. If you're in the middle of a confrontation, you cannot build anything. These are common sense things to me. Common sense tells me I gotta leave that guy alone and let him do what he wants to do. Common sense tells me mind my own business. If that guy asks me for help, if he asks me for my opinion, then I'll feel free to share it. Other than that, I'm going to zip my lip. Allow him to make the same mistake that I made 20 years ago and learned from. He's going to learn from that mistake as well. Well, I'm just trying to help. Stop trying to help. It's not your place to correct that man. It's not your place to sit in judgment over him. He's your neighbor. Respect him. Respect him as a human being and allow him to make his own choices. Allow him to make his own mistakes. Allow him to learn his own lessons. You cannot pick and choose for people. They won't allow it. Ever. Okay? You're not going to succeed in doing it, so why keep trying? What's the point? You can stand out there and waste your time if you want, but you're not going to get anything for it. There's no prize. Oh, I corrected that guy. So, what'd you get for it? You got him mumbling about you as you walk away. Asshole just won't leave me alone. Stop being an asshole. Be nice. If you want to offer your assistance, you can, but you can't force it on people, and you can't just start barking orders at people. It's not your place. People will rebel, okay? They could agree with you and never even tell you that they agree with you. Why? Why do they're not required to share? Who the hell are you? Leave people alone. If they want your help, they'll ask. Most people are nice. Most people are patient. Most people are tolerant. Most of the time. But you don't know what's on that guy's plate. Maybe he's working 3 jobs and he's sleeping 4 hours a night. Maybe he's had a death in the family. Maybe he's having problems that you could never comprehend. Maybe he's dealing with so much stress, and when you open your mouth, that's the straw that broke the camel's back. Why couldn't you just keep your mouth shut? Why couldn't you just mind your own business? Why'd you have to trigger him? It's like poking a grizzly bear. You might get away with it a few times, but you think every grizzly bear is going to take that bull from you? I don't think so. You're poking a bear. Leave these people alone. You don't know what they're dealing with. Stress is killing people all over this planet. We don't share what is stressing us out. You don't go up to perfect strangers on the street and say, hey, I've got so much on my mind. I'm about to miss a left-hand turn, and then I'm going to bust an illegal U-turn so that I can get to where I got to go. You don't fill each other in because you don't know each other. If we give each other some space, if we just be patient, be tolerant, allow people to be themselves, we can all get along. Cities are full of confrontations, and you've got the news media, the politicians that are telling you, don't get along. Don't be friends with that guy. Don't give him a second chance. They're doing this to serve their own purpose. They're telling you that guy hates you. That guy don't hate you. He don't know you. If you're being told to hate other people, you're being manipulated. You don't need to hate. You do need to get along, to have fewer confrontations. Smile at the guy, say good morning, and keep your mouth shut. That's all you got to do is get along. That confrontation can go nowhere. You can't force that guy into making your choice. It's not your place. You don't want him trying to force you into doing something you don't want to do. Every time somebody tries to force you to do something, what do? You bristle. We all do. You can't tell me how to live my life. None of your business. Leave me alone. Well, I'm telling you, you got to leave your neighbor alone. You got to be tolerant of him. He's not sitting around plotting against you. Are you sitting around plotting against your neighbor? I don't think so. Normal, sane people don't waste their time doing such things. It never jumps into mind. It just doesn't happen. Why? Because people are all inherently good and they're busy. They're trying to lead their life. They're trying to build for the future of theirs and their family. They're trying to move forward. And every time you step up and try to control them, what are you doing? You're blocking their path. Stay out of the way. You don't know what you're dealing with. You don't know who you're dealing with. Cut them some slack. Bite your tongue, okay? You don't get to make snap judgments about people's or people's actions. It's not your job. Live and let live. When your news is trying to scare you and make you think there's a guy on every corner of your town with an AR-15 that's been planning to murder you for weeks, it's not true. The good guys outnumber the bad guys by almost 10 to 1. Seriously. My opinion. Feel free to jump in the chat, straighten me out, voice your opinion. That's why the chat's available to you. But I'm telling you, you're not going to get anywhere being confrontational. I do not have to live up to your expectations. You do not have to live up to my expectations. We need to get along. Stop picking on people. It's a matter of time before you poke one and then that bear turns on you. That's what happens. You want to go up to a grizzly bear and poke him with a stick. You might get away with it the first time. But you're not going to get away with it every time. And there are consequences to your actions. There are consequences that you might not be able to deal with. So you're better off just to leave that guy alone. Don't poke that bear. Take care of you and yours. Worry about the things that you can adjust and care for. Don't worry about the things that you can't straighten out. If that guy wants to make a mistake, he's allowed to. As long as he stays underneath that umbrella of our society's laws, it doesn't matter. I got some life experiences in some of this. One of the worst casinos I ever worked at. They wanted to tell everybody what to do, micromanage everybody to the umpteenth detail. Oh, your name tag's crooked. Straighten that out. Everybody hated working for this joint. Everybody. They could not keep a staff because they were nitpicking people. They were trying to micromanage people. People don't work like that. You want to see your workers excel? Give them a basic outline and adequate training and turn them loose. I actually had a boss come up to me one day. What'd you say to that guy? I said, howdy. He says, we don't say howdy. This ain't Texas. You're supposed to say hello. He's trying to tell me how to talk. The first thing that jumped into my mind, well, he can kiss my ass. He could have talked for the next 3 hours and I wouldn't have heard a word coming out of his mouth. I switched him off right now. You're too stupid. That's what jumps into my mind. You cannot tell people how to act. What's the difference between saying hello and saying howdy? It's ridiculous. Girl comes in to work. She's got her hair dyed pink. The boss, my boss, is having a stroke. She can't come in here with pink hair. Yes, she can. She just did. She's right there. Her hair's pink. She came in. You're going to fire her because her hair is pink? That's not going to hold up in court. I don't care how well you wrote your dress code. Leave the girl alone. Let her do her job. She wants to have pink hair. You don't know why. Maybe she's got a serious reason for having pink hair that you could not even grasp a concept of. And I'll tell you exactly how it went down. Her terminally ill daughter wanted to dye her hair. Her terminally ill daughter had the priority over your casino, mister. She made her daughter happy today. Leave the girl alone. You don't know what she's dealing with. You don't know what anybody is dealing with. The only problems you're 100% aware of are your own. Deal with your own problems. When you're trying to micromanage other people, what are you doing? You're creating problems for everybody. Problems for you, problems for them. You're poking at a grizzly bear. Leave people alone. People will rebel from you barking orders. It's human instinct. You cannot micromanage the world. Okay. You don't want people walking up and looking over your shoulder and telling you how to do your job, do you? I find it quite annoying. I turn to the boss and I say, no, I'm not writing her a warning slip for having pink hair. But later today, I will mention it to her that it is against the dress code, and I'll let her know you were upset. I'm not writing her a warning. Are you trying to get rid of an employee? That's foolish. Everybody needs their job. Leave people alone. I've seen this stuff over and over throughout my lifetime. And I'm telling you, the best bosses are the tolerant and patient ones. Those are the best bosses. Those are the ones that people are willing to work overtime for. Those are the ones that people are willing to do extra for. Personal experience, that's all I can speak of. The lessons I've learned in my life. But I'm telling you, you got to live and let live. number one, when you're trying to micromanage these people and it doesn't work, it's going to stress you out. Whereas if you tell yourself right from the onset, you can't micromanage people, come to terms with it. Be tolerant of one another. These people they're telling you to hate, these people that are telling you that other people are stupid, these are the bad guys. They're wrong. It doesn't make him a bad guy. I don't care if he's wearing a dress. It doesn't make him a bad guy. Leave the guy alone. Well, he can't go into this bathroom. We've had bathroom laws in this country for years. They are enforced strictly. If he gets out of line in the restaurant or in the restroom, he's going to go to jail. You don't got to pass new laws. The laws are already there. The laws are already enforced. Leave the guy alone. I don't care if he's wearing a dress. It's none of your business. Our president of the United States, this exalted hot dog, he puts this bronzer on his face. It's absurd. Do I have a right to tell him he can't do it? No. Do you think he's going to listen to me? No. So should I let it eat a hole in my stomach and stress me out because he's wearing this bronzer on his face? I just have to be tolerant. I just have to accept it. Okay, that's the orange exalted hot dog. Got it. Moving on. Be tolerant. It's not hard to do. It's easier than you think. Mind your own business. Take care of your problems. Allow other people to make their own mistakes. Allow them to look like a fool. If a guy is walking up with a full beard and he's wearing a dress, guess what? Who looks like the fool? He does. Leave him alone. You don't know what's on his plate. You don't know what he's dealing with. It's not your place to control him. I know he's different. So what? He's still a human being. That demands a certain amount of respect. He's a human being. Leave him alone. If he's a fool, leave him alone. You cannot pick and choose. When I was a teenager, I'm talking 13, 14, 15, 16, I had long hair. Everybody saw that long hair and knew I didn't have a job. They're back in the day, this is what they said to people with long hair like me. They said, cut your hair and go get a job. You'll never get a job with long hair. I had jobs. You cannot tell somebody how to live their life. It's like when your kid goes out and gets a tattoo. Didn't ask you first. What are you going to do? You going to enforce your parenthood and force him to go get it lasered off? You have to be tolerant. He's an individual, made his own choice. Get past it. You can't fix it. You can't correct it. It's too late. The ink has been spilled. Okay? Get past it. I'm sorry that you find it upsetting, but you've got to accept other people make other choices. We go into the restaurant, you order your beverage, I order mine. Do they have to be the same? No. I have to get past whatever you order. Even if I see you order something that you don't like, and I have to sit there and listen to you for the next 30 minutes telling me how horrible this beverage is. You ordered it. Okay. You made your own choice. You made your own bed, lie in it, right? We've all heard that. Every time you make a choice, you make a decision, you have repercussions that come with that decision. When you make a choice to go and meddle in someone else's life and try to tell them how to make choices themselves, you're making a mistake. You're the one that's in the wrong. Leave that guy alone. Live and let live. Don't pick on him because he's different than you are. So what if he's different? Get past it. You cannot succeed in trying to micromanage people. And for you to keep on trying is insane. For you to keep on thinking that your neighbor is your enemy is just as insane. Your neighbor's not your enemy. It's the exact opposite. When push comes to shove, that neighbor that you're being told to hate, that you're trying to sit in judgment on, that's the guy that's going to be working shoulder to shoulder with you when the shit hits the fan, when Mother Nature decides to kick all our asses. You just saw the floods that went down in Texas where all those people died. That's what I'm talking about. When the shit hits the fan. Do you think that the rescue teams were out there saying, oh, no, that guy's a Republican. I know he's a Republican. He's got a red hat on. We're not helping him. No, we don't do that kind of stuff. We help everybody. When we're all in the thick of it, you're going to help the guy in the dress. You're going to help the Republican. You're going to help the Democrat. You're going to help the guy that doesn't vote because it's the right thing to do. We all always try to do the right thing. And I know you have good intentions trying to micromanage your neighbor's life. You've got to get tolerant again. Thicken your skin if you have to, but get tolerant. Allow him to be different. Allow him his individuality. We all are human beings. We all deserve a fair amount of respect, even if we make poor choices in our life. Be tolerant of one another. I don't care what religion you are. You're going to go into church, you're going to talk to your pastor, and your pastor is going to tell you, well, you have to be tolerant of your fellow man. All these religions that are different, they're all the same. Basically, they're the same. They worded a little different. They may call their God by a different name, but all the teachings are basically the same. You can't say one religion's better than another. You can't. I don't care if you're a priest. You can't say your religion is better than mine. Equal. That religion is equal to my religion. It's not better. It's not worse. They're equal. Well, your neighbor is equal to you, whether you want to realize it or not. You're both human beings. You're equals. The Constitution of the United States was changed over 50 years ago. They passed the Bill of Rights. So all your prejudice, get past it. Grow up. It's been the law for over 50 years. What's your problem? Why can't you grow up? It's your problem. It's not his. That prejudice that you're carrying around is your issue. You better go get some counseling if you can't get past it. If you can't tolerate working with a man with a different skin color, that's your issue, not his. By law, in the United States of America, he is your equal. By law. You better get tolerant in a hurry. And I found out some of my lessons the hard way. Okay. I did. And I'm trying to save you from doing the same thing. Going around causing confrontations with people, trying to nitpick people. It's your flaw, not theirs. Keep your mouth shut. Mind your own business. Leave people alone. Live and allow other people to live. It doesn't matter if he's different. It doesn't matter if he's making different choices than you would make. Get past it. Grow up. We're never all going to be identical. Each human being is unique. Think about that. Personal opinion. Feel free to jump in the chat and disagree. That's what this show's all about. You have a right to speak here. If you need to go to YouTube and download the Discord app, it's free. Jump in here. This is a free show. Voice your opinion. It doesn't cost you anything. But I'm telling you right now, you need to be more tolerant. Stop hating people. There's nothing there. There's no prize for being. I hate more people than you do. What's your prize? What do you get for all your hate? What building was built with hate? Nothing. Nothing is built from hate. Hate is the opposite. Hate actually tears things down. How do you get to hate? Excuse me. Hate, it has a secret ingredient you probably don't realize. Dislike, that's okay. You can dislike people. Disagreement, it's okay. We can disagree. That's all right. But I can't take disagreement or dislike all the way to hate without adding uncontrolled fear. If I want to hate, I must add my uncontrolled fears. Uncontrolled fears are not the answer. When a human being has uncontrolled fears, rational thinking is tossed out the window. Your mind cannot, if your fear is uncontrolled, your mind cannot make rational decisions. Fear won't let you. Yes, you need some fears, but not uncontrolled fear. And that's the only way you get to hate. Start with disagreement, add dislike, and now add uncontrolled fear to get to hate. There's no other way to get to hate without that uncontrolled fear. Can't happen. A little bit of fear is a good thing. Keeps you from stepping off a cliff. A little bit of fear keeps you from walking down a dark alley at 3 o'clock in the morning. A little bit of fear can save your life. It's good. But uncontrolled fear is never good. Uncontrolled fear is going to leave you curled up in the corner in the fetal position, afraid to walk out the front door of your home. That's all that uncontrolled fear is going to get you. You must control your fears. We teach our children to control their fears. My son calls me in. Can you leave a nightlight on? I'm scared. I need to teach him to control his fears. I start by showing him, see, there's nothing in the closet. See, there's nothing under the bed. Everything's going to be okay. You're going to be safe. Teach him to control his fears. That was my job as a parent. Well, I'm here telling you right now, your hatred is proof that you need to control your fears. Your hatred is my proof that you need to control your fears. You don't have to hate people. It's okay to dislike them. You don't have to fear them to dislike them. You don't have to fear them to disagree with them. But it takes uncontrolled fear to get to hate. There's no other way. It's like a mathematical equation. Without X, you can't get to Y. Too much algebra? I understand. My point is that hate is getting you nothing. There's no prize. There's no reward. I see it online, especially haters every day. It's just crazy. What do you get for all that hate? You get nothing. You'll get ostracized from our society. Why? Because the law changed and said we're all equal. 55, well, more than 55 years ago. The Civil Rights Act. We are all equal. So your hate gets you nothing. You're the proof. If you're a hater, you're the proof I need to win this conversation. Your hatred shows me you cannot control your fear. Once I learn that you cannot control your fear, now I can use your fear to control you. That's what our news media is doing. They're using your fears to control you, to manipulate you. They're convincing you the other guy is the bad guy. When I was born, I grew up and I found out that everybody is different. No one else looks like me. No one else sounds like me. We're all individuals. I learned that as a child, right off the jump. My sister is different from me. If I could accept that my sister was different from me, why can't I accept that you're different from me? I can accept it. I just choose not to. Oh, your flaws are showing. If you're that hater, if you're the one carrying around your prejudice, your flaws are showing. That is your weakness. I can use your fears to control and manipulate you, just like TV does. Pull up Google. What percentage of the U.S. population can be considered felon criminals? Not misdemeanors, felons. Violent crime, rapists, even car thieves, felonies. What percentage of the U.S. population? I can tell you before you looked, because I looked it up years ago. Seven 7% of the U.S. population can be considered criminal felons. 7%. What do we glean from that fact? What we glean is that 93% of us are not criminal at all. I know you watch the news, you would think 50% of the nation is criminal. You would think that there's a guy on every corner with an AR-15 that's been plotting for days to kill you. It's not true. They're scaring you. They're showing you all this crime to control and manipulate you. Why? Because they can make money off of it. When they divide us up, we, the population, when they divide us up, call it tribalize, call it segregate, call it anything you want. It makes us smaller groups, and then the smaller groups are easier to control and manipulate. If I tell you that the black people are bad, and they're conspiring against you and you need to fear them, then I can stop you from uniting with the black people against me. If I tell you that the gay population is evil and that they're plotting against you, I can get you to separate from the gay population. Now it's easier to control you. It's easier to manipulate you. I don't care who you sleep with. I don't care if you're gay. When people unite, we are strong. When we get separated, we get weaker. We get easier to scare, easier to manipulate. The Democrat tells you the Republican is evil and he's plotting against you and you must hate his guts. Wrong. When the Republican tells you that the Democrat is evil and he's plotting against you and you must hate his guts. Wrong. What's the Republican doing? He's trying to lead his life, build for his future. What's the Democrat doing? Oh, he's trying to lead his life, build for his future. Guys, this is so simple. You don't have to hate anyone. You don't have to fear anyone. The good guys outnumber the bad guys by almost 10-1. 93% are never felon criminals. The criminal population is 7%, and that's standard. It's constant. I don't care how much they try to scare you. They're bullshitting you. The criminal population is 7%. It's never 8%. It's never 6%. They come on the news. They say, crime is on the rise. No, it's not. Crime is a constant. The politician, well, we've lowered crime over the last 4 years. We've lowered crime. No, you haven't. Crime is constant. It's 7% of the population. It's never 8. It's never 6. It is always 7. It's always going to be 7. As a society, we have not found a way to alter that number. As a society, we have never changed the amount of criminals. What happens to the criminal is the 20-year-old that steals the car. He made a mistake. He goes to prison. He's one of the 7%. He was 20. He made a mistake. He serves his debt to society. Now he gets out. He's on parole. Now he meets a girl. He has a kid. He's got a job. Now he has a vested interest into staying out of jail. He's got something going on in his life. He's got an actual life. We can't consider him a criminal anymore. He paid his debt to society. He's no longer a criminal. Crime is 7% of the population, felony criminal. 93% of the population is not criminal. 93% of the population is not sitting around plotting a crime. Are you sitting around plotting a crime? I'm not. But if you watch the news, there's a bad guy on every corner with a gun that's been planning to kill you for days. It's a lie. They're doing this to separate us, to control and manipulate us. They're not on TV telling you 93% of us are good. Why not? Because they can't make any money off of that. They're using your fears to separate you from one another. They're using your fears to control and manipulate you. Every time they separate you from a group, they tell you that group that they just pulled you away from is plotting against you. They're not. They're simply trying to lead their life. It's common sense. You've got to sort this stuff out. The news media is controlled by the corporations, the owners. They make money by separating us into smaller groups and controlling us, manipulating us. It's foolish to sit around, and I'm a white guy. It's foolish for me to think people with brown skin are plotting against me. It's not true. I'm Christian. It's foolish of me to think that all the Muslims are plotting against me. They're not. They want to separate us, put us in smaller groups, and then use fear to control and manipulate us. That other guy, he's bad. In the 60s, they said, oh, we can't have guys with long hair and beards. Society was very prejudiced. Then they decided they'd lighten up on the long hair and the beards, and now only the black man is bad. Well, then we found out the black man wasn't bad. Well, now they're telling you, oh, the Latinos are bad. No, they're not. Well, now they're telling you the gays are bad. No, they're not. Be tolerant. Leave these damn people alone. It's not your place to sit in judgment over them. It's not your place to be afraid of them. You want to get over your fears with another person? Go to lunch. Take any person from that race, from that religion, from that gender, and take them to lunch. When you break bread with somebody, guess what? You got no reason to fear them. They're a normal human being just like you. Work with them. Go to work. An 8-hour day with somebody, with a minority other than your own. After you work an 8-hour day, guess what? You're not afraid of them anymore. They're just a person. It's just a human being. There's no reason to fear them. You don't need to fear them because of their sexual preference. You don't need to fear them because of their religion. You don't need to fear them because of their race. You don't need to fear them because of their age. You don't need to fear them, period. These people that are trying to tell you that you must fear the other guy, that you must hate him, they're the bad guys. They're the guys you can't trust. They're trying to control and manipulate. Separate, control, and manipulate. That's their whole goal. And they're doing it with your fears. So how do you eliminate your fears? Control your fears. Stop hating. Go back to good old-fashioned dislike. Go back to good old-fashioned disagreement. But stop the hate. This hate is gone far enough. It's ridiculous. Control your fears. Grow up. You cannot hate someone without having uncontrolled fear. And if you cannot control your fears, you have no quality of life. You're going to curl up in the fetal position in the corner, afraid to walk out your apartment door. Is there crime in America? Yes, 7% of our population. Is that a problem? Yes. But let me tell you, that 7% of the population that can be considered criminal, 2 million of them are already behind bars between federal, state, local jails, prisons. They're already locked up. 2 million in this country behind bars. With 2 million people behind bars, how many people does that leave? There's 340 million of us in the country. What's 7% of 340 million? And with 2 million of those locked up, already behind bars, I guarantee you, your police force in your town outnumbers your criminals by a bunch. The good guys outnumber the bad guys by a lot. And if these bad guys ever realize how many more cops there are than bad guys, guess what? They'll find a new line of work. Okay. The good guys outnumber the bad guys. And here we are, 2025. What is it, December 9th? I'm the only one on TV telling you this, but I'm telling you it's the truth. The good guys outnumber the bad guys in this country, and I'll take it even further. I'll tell you that it's global. In every country, the good guys outnumber the bad guys. In every country. I don't care if it's a dictatorship. I don't care if it's communist, socialist. It doesn't matter. The good guys outnumber the bad guys. We are not sitting around plotting against one another. We're simply trying to lead our lives. The bad guys, the true bad guys, aren't the criminals. The bad guys are the ones that are telling you that you got to fear and hate each other. Those are the bad guys. So when you turn on Fox News and they tell you that the Democrats are off the rails, they've gone too far this time, they're extremists, you must fear them, you must hate them, they're lying. Fox is the bad guy. I know there are extremes on the right. I know there are extremes on the left. I'm telling you that most people don't think like this. Most normal, sane people are not sitting around plotting against one another. You're watching this show right now. Are you thinking about robbing a 7-Eleven? I'm not. But if you watch the news, they'll tell you that 50% of the population is planning on robbing 7-Eleven just as you pull in. It's bunk. They're lying to you. They're trying to scare you, to separate you. What happens if all of the minorities get together and they unite? What happens then? then the people actually have the power. Then the people actually have the control. That's why they're using these military suppression tactics every time we have a protest. They want you to know it's a riot. It's not a riot. They want you to think it's a riot. It's not a riot. They're trying to scare you. They're using military suppression tactics. By design. They're trying to scare you. They're trying to convince you that those other guys are the evil ones. No, they're not. The people that are telling you those guys are evil, those are the real bad guys. Your politician that's telling you you must hate the other side, the politician is the bad guy. The news station that's only giving you one angle of the news, they're not telling you the other side of the story, they're the bad guy. They make money off of it, and we are easier to control when they separate us. Your neighbor that they're telling you to hate is actually your best friend. You just haven't met them yet. They think the same as you do. They're just trying to live their life. They're trying to get ahead. They're trying to be successful. They're trying to build for a future. That's what we're all doing. I'm not sitting around conspiring about people. I have no wish to hurt anyone. But we need to identify these people, these news programs in our society that are only giving us one side of the story. If they're telling you you must hate, they're the bad guy. If they're telling you that the other side is out to get you, they're the bad guy. They're lying to you. They lie because, well, why do people lie in general? It's real simple. They are lying to hide their greed, to hide their shame, and to hide their fear. That's why they lie. They're hiding their greed, their shame, or their fear. Think about that. They want to hide things. They don't want you to see the real them. That's why they lie. If you see the real them, you understand who the real bad guy is. 7% of us are criminal. 93% of us are not criminal. 93%. That's almost 10 to 1. Do the math. Control your fears, walk out your front door, and have a valuable life. Build for your future without the fear. Just because you don't know that guy doesn't make him a bad guy. Look out your front door. Point to the bad guy. You can't. You may not like the way that guy dresses, or maybe he's wearing a red hat. So what? That don't make him a criminal. That don't make him the 7%. And remember, of that 7%, 2 million are already behind bars. The good guys outnumber the bad guys by a lot. Your local police force outnumbers the bad guys in your town by a lot. If the bad guys knew the truth, maybe they'd stop being bad guys. This show is called Afternoon Chat. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. This is a free show. I'm not trying to sell you anything. There's no midstream ads, no sponsors, no commercials of any kind. I'm not running for political office. I'm not trying to become a social media influencer. I'm not chasing you down for your wallet. I'm trying to speak the truth to you, and I'm trying to give you the opportunity to speak your truth, your opinion. That's why the live chat is enabled in this show. I want to meet you. I want to hear your opinions. I want to have a discussion, and I don't have a set topic. No one's in the chat today, so I'm left with the 2 hours to fill. So I've been talking about my live and let live policy. I hope you enjoy it. Like and subscribe to the channel. That'll help me out. That'll help the channel out. YouTube's trying to figure out where to put us. They'll figure it out eventually. They'll get us in front of the people we need to be in front of. I'm not the star of this show. I'm just the host. The guest stars are the people in the chat that are brave enough to voice their opinion. You don't have to agree with me to be in this chat room. You don't have to agree with me about anything. I don't care what we talk about. Today, with no one in the chat, I've been carrying the conversation, keeping the show open. And I'm telling you to live and let live. Stop letting fear control your life. You need to control your fears so that you can walk out your door and have a quality of life. There's not a machine gunner on every corner. The people that are trying to scare you are your real bad guys. They're trying to control and manipulate the masses. You can go to college and get a degree and learn how to control people yourself. And get your own channel on YouTube and have at it. I choose a different path. I'm not trying to scare people. I'm trying to tell people, stop being scared. Stop nitpicking. Stop meddling in your neighbor's life. Cut him some slack. Be patient. Be tolerant. Be charitable. Be resilient. You must tolerate others. I was the oldest child. My little sister was born, and I had to learn to tolerate her. And that's exactly what I'm trying to teach you guys. Tolerate one another. Get along. The reason we live in cities, the reason we live in groups of people is because when people work together, they build great things, bigger things, better things than they could have built by themselves. When we collaborate, we succeed. When we unite, no one can conquer us. When we divide, we are weakening ourselves. Don't let them divide you from your neighbor. Stop them dead in their tracks. don't let them tell you that guy's not good enough to be your friend. Come together with your fellow man. Unite. Trust. We are all codependent on one another. Here's the news flash. We're all good people. All of us. We're all good people. We all have good intentions. We all want the best for one another. We are all reliable. We are all dependable. People go to work every day, everywhere. Not just here in America, in every country throughout the world, everybody goes to work every day. You might be sick today and you're missing today. That's the outlier. That's the one that's not normal. Normal, we gut it up, we go in, we do our job, we go home, we try to fix our family. All right? You can rely on everybody. When I went to the restaurant this morning, the cook had showed up. He went to work. The waitress showed up. She went to work. Cashier showed up. She went to work. The dishwasher showed up. He went to work. Everybody goes to work every day. We are not lazy. We're not complacent. We're not looking for a handout. We're earning our keep as best we can. Do some people stumble or make a mistake from time to time? Yes. That's human beings being human beings. But you can rely on everybody going to work every day. We learned that in the pandemic. When people didn't go to work, guess what? Our society did not function. Everybody goes to work. Our society functions. I went out to a restaurant this morning, had a nice breakfast with my family. I went and did my grocery shopping. I came home to talk to you. Unite with your fellow man. Do not separate from him. Do not believe the people that are telling you he's conspiring against you. He's not. He's simply trying to live his life. Yes, he makes decisions that are different than those that you make. We are all unique. All human beings, we all have common ground, but yet we are all unique. All at the same time. You got to be able to chew gum and walk at the same time. You've got to understand that you can rely on your neighbor to go in and do his job. When you want to go out to the restaurant, all the workers you need there are there. You're depending on these people, and they do their job every day. The guy that's telling you that they don't want to do their job, that they're looking for a handout, he's trying to control and manipulate you. He's trying to tell you that guy's not good enough to be your friend. It's bunk. It's bullshit. That guy's plenty good enough to be your friend. I don't care what his skin color is. I don't care what his political affiliation is. I don't care what his religion is. I don't care what his age is. There are nice people all over everywhere. They're trying to scare you with the news, to separate you, to make you hate. Don't give in. Don't hate. You cannot have hate without having uncontrolled fear. And adults control their fears. My opinion. Feel free to jump in the chat and disagree. I'll listen. I'll hear you out. It's a free show. I'm telling you the truth. All that hate, all that anger is getting you nowhere. It's not getting you anything. There's no prize. There's no award. There's no light at the end of that tunnel. All that hate will do is tear our society down, tear it apart. It builds nothing. Show me one thing that was built with hate. Show me one thing that was built with anger. You can't. It doesn't exist. These things only tear things down. They do not build. You've got a wrecking ball. That's what your hate is. It's a wrecking ball. It can tear things down easily, but it can't build shit. Personal opinion. I'm the host, Ghost Mostly. Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a free show. This is an inclusive channel. You'll find out everyone is welcome here. I have subscribers in 8 different countries around the globe, and this channel is just getting started. We're not even warmed up yet. You get to be the star of this show. You get to jump in the chat and voice your opinion. You're not required to. Today, no one's chatted all day. Well, for the 2 hours we've been on. So I've had to carry the conversation on my own, but we've had viewers all day. For the 2 hours, there's been viewers. People watch this show. I do need you to like and subscribe if you can. If you can't, don't sweat it. I'm not. I can't micromanage my viewers any more than I can micromanage my neighbors. Okay? Live and let live. It'll bring you inner peace. All that stress that you're carrying around, all that uncontrolled fear is proven to be bad for your physical health. Your mental process, your thoughts, have a direct correlation to your health. Years ago, they put the electrodes on the chess players. And during the game of chess, the ebb and flow of the game. If you get stressed out, your heart rate changes. Your pulse changes. Your body temperature. You can start to sweat. Your mental place has physical ramifications on your body. All this hate and anger is not good for you. So I'm telling you, be tolerant. Don't let this crap bother you. It's not worth it. Eliminate the anger, eliminate the hate, and you know what you're going to get? A better quality of life. Put out goodness, kindness to everyone, and that will come back to you tenfold. I promise you. People are good. I'm not saying they're not busy. I'm not saying they don't have things on their mind, but I'm telling you, people are inherently good. We don't want to be bad. You need to trust other people and give them some respect. I cannot disrespect all these people because they're gay. I cannot disrespect all these people because they're Latino. I cannot disrespect all these people because they're American Indian. I need to respect and tolerate everyone. That will give me peace of mind. That will give me the ability to focus on my real problems. Because believe me, you're not my problem. I can't fix you. You need to fix yourself. Get past your prejudice. Control your fears. Be the most patient, kind, understanding man in the room. You can do it. You have in the past. Get along with people. Stop picking on your neighbor. Stop the hate. Stop all of the negative influences on your life and focus on the positive influences of your life. Look at it like a dog. Your neighbor's just like a dog. If you feed him and pet him, he's nice. If you beat him, what happens? Eventually, he's going to turn on you. Don't you think you're better off dealing with the unconditional love? The unconditional respect? There's a right way and a wrong way to lead your life. I don't see the anger and hatred as being in the right direction. I think that's in the wrong, but that's just my opinion. Jump in the chat and voice yours. I'd love to talk to you about it. I'm the host. The show's name is Afternoon Chat. I'll be back on tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A free show of which everyone is welcome. This is never going to be an exclusive club. It's always going to be an inclusive channel. Everyone will be welcome. Human beings are decent, nice people. If you treat them that way, they will treat you that way. If you're going to mistreat your neighbor will eventually mistreat you. It is human nature to lash out. I'm telling you, control your fears and do not lash out. When you control your fears, your quality of life, the sky's the limit. That said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Be nice to everybody. You'll like the end result. See you tomorrow.